Hi folks, I am Teresa Bear and I'm an old lady for Bernie. One criticism of Bernie is that he will never be able to implement any of his big ideas because of opposition in Congress. His detractors assume that the makeup of the House and the Senate will remain exactly as it is after the November elections. This is a preposterous assertion. Bernie has said from the beginning that his campaign is not about him, but about creating a political revolution. And revolutions come with casualties. If Bernie is elected, the casualties will mount up as voters who are feeling the burn vote establishment politicians on both sides of the aisle out of office and replace them with senators and congressional reps who side with the people, not the donors. In the past few days, a scandal dubbed as the Panama Papers has broken. The revelations contained in these documents demonstrate the corruption that has allowed wealthy individuals and corporations to evade taxes. As a CPA who has spent the last 30 years of my life helping everyday Americans and small business owners calculate and pay their fair share of taxes, this makes my blood boil. When the Panama Free Trade Agreement was adopted in 2011, Bernie stood with 21 other senators to vote no. 77 voted yes. As you listen to Bernie's passionate plea, find out how the 25 senators who are up for re-election this November voted.
And lastly, let me just say a brief word about Panama and the Panama Free Trade Agreement. Panama's entire annual economic output is only $26.7 billion a year, or about 0.2% of the U.S. economy. No one can legitimately make the claim that approving this free trade agreement will significantly increase American jobs. Then why would we be considering a standalone free trade agreement with Panama, tiny little country? Well, it turns out that Panama is a world leader when it comes to allowing wealthy Americans and large corporations to evade U.S. taxes by stashing their cash in offshore tax haven. And the Panama Free Trade Agreement will make this bad situation much worse. Each and every year, the wealthiest people in our country and the largest corporations evade about $100 billion in U.S. taxes through abusive and illegal offshore tax havens in Panama and in other countries. According to Citizens for Tax Justice, and I quote, "A tax haven has one of three characteristics. It has no income tax or a very low-rate income tax. It has bank secrecy laws, and it has a history of non-cooperation with other countries on exchanging information about tax matters." Panama has all three of those. They are probably the worst. And that's from, end of quote, from the Citizens for Tax Justice.
Do the senators who voted yes have the judgment to continue representing us? Maybe, maybe not. At a bare minimum, I think that they have some explaining to do. In the descriptions below, I have included a listing of current senators and the positions they took on the 2011 agreement, along with their Twitter handles. I would encourage you to tweet this video to them and tell them how you feel about their vote. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see more Old Ladies for Bernie video, subscribe here. And if you want to find out more about Hillary's position on the agreement, check out this video.
This has been a Loki production.